Siren's Lament. The salty sea air whipped against my face as I stood on the desolate shoreline, gazing out at the endless expanse of the ocean. The waves crashed against the jagged rocks, their rhythmic pounding a constant reminder of the untamed power that lay beneath the surface. Little did I know that within those churning depths lurked a terror beyond comprehension, a horror that would forever change the course of my life. It began like any other summer day, with the sun beating down upon the sandy shores and the laughter of children echoing in the distance. Yet, as the day wore on and the sun dipped below the horizon, a sense of unease settled over me like a suffocating blanket. The air seemed to hum with an otherworldly energy, and the waves took on an ominous hue that sent shivers down my spine. As darkness descended upon the shoreline, I found myself drawn to the water's edge, the pull of the ocean irresistible in its allure. The moon cast an eerie glow upon the surface of the water, illuminating the waves with an ethereal light. And then, amidst the gentle lapping of the waves, I heard it, a haunting melody that seemed to beckon me forth with a siren's call. Mesmerized by the haunting melody, I waded into the water, the icy embrace of the ocean enveloping me in its depths. With each step, the melody grew louder, its hypnotic rhythm weaving its way into the very fabric of my soul. And then, just as suddenly as it had begun, the melody ceased, replaced by an ominous silence that seemed to stretch on for eternity. As I swam back to shore, a sense of dread gnawed at my senses, and I knew that something was dreadfully wrong. Yet, despite the overwhelming sense of fear, I could not tear myself away from the ocean's grasp. It was as if some unseen force compelled me to return to the water, to surrender myself to the depths below. As the days turned to weeks and the weeks turned to months, I found myself drawn back to the shoreline time and time again, unable to resist the siren's call that echoed in my mind. With each visit, the ocean seemed to hold me in its thrall, its depths beckoning me forth with an irresistible allure. And then, one fateful night, as I stood on the shoreline gazing out at the moonlit waves, I saw her, a creature of beauty and terror, her form illuminated by the pale light of the moon. Her eyes gleamed with an otherworldly intensity, and her hair flowed like liquid silver in the ocean breeze. She beckoned to me with a skeletal hand, her voice a melodic whisper that seemed to echo in the depths of my soul. With each step, I felt myself drawn closer to her, the pull of her enchantment too powerful to resist. And then, just as suddenly as it had begun, the spell was broken, and I found myself plummeting into the depths below. As I sank deeper into the icy embrace of the ocean, I realized the true horror of my situation. The mermaid was not a creature of beauty and grace, but a siren of death and despair, a predator that preyed upon the souls of the living. And now I was her next victim, doomed to spend eternity trapped in the depths of the ocean, a slave to her insatiable hunger. As darkness closed in around me, I felt her cold, clammy hands wrap around my throat, dragging me deeper into the abyss. And as I took my final breath, I realized with a sinking horror that I had become just another victim of the siren's lament, a soul lost to the depths of the ocean, forever cursed to wander its murky depths in search of redemption. Siren's Call. The waves crashed against the jagged rocks. As I stood on the desolate shore, the salty sea air filling my lungs with each breath. It was a moonless night, the sky obscured by thick, rolling clouds that seemed to swallow the stars whole. Despite the darkness, I felt drawn to the ocean's edge, a primal urge compelling me to venture into the depths of the unknown. As I gazed out at the churning sea, a sense of unease settled over me like a heavy cloak. The ocean seemed to pulse with an otherworldly energy, its depths hiding secrets far beyond the realm of mortal understanding. And yet, despite the danger that lurked beneath the surface, I could not tear my eyes away. And then, as if in response to my silent plea, I heard it, a haunting melody that echoed across the water, its siren call drawing me closer with each haunting note. Mesmerized by the sound, I stepped forward, my feet sinking into the cool sand as I ventured deeper into the ocean's embrace. The melody grew louder with each passing moment, its ethereal beauty tinged with a sense of foreboding that sent shivers down my spine. And then, emerging from the depths, I saw her, the mermaid, her long hair flowing like strands of liquid silver as she glided effortlessly through the water. She was a vision of unearthly beauty, her eyes as dark as the depths of the ocean and her skin pale as moonlight. But beneath her enchanting exterior, I could sense a darkness, a primal hunger that lurked just beneath the surface. As she drew closer, I could see the hunger in her eyes, a hunger that mirrored my own. Without a word, she reached out to me, her fingers brushing against my skin with a touch that sent electric currents coursing through my veins, and in that moment, I knew that I was powerless to resist her. With a sudden surge of strength, she pulled me beneath the waves, her grip unyielding as we descended into the murky depths below. The ocean closed in around me, its icy embrace threatening to crush me with its weight, but still I followed her, drawn deeper into the abyss by a force beyond my control. As we sank deeper into the darkness, I felt a sense of dread wash over me, a feeling that I had ventured too far, that I had strayed into territory best left unexplored. But still, I could not turn back, not when the mermaid's siren call beckoned me ever onward. And then, just as I feared that I would be consumed by the darkness, we emerged into a vast cavern, a hidden sanctuary nestled deep within the ocean's depths. The cavern was alive with an otherworldly light, its walls adorned with shimmering coral and strange, otherworldly creatures. But there was no time to marvel at the wonders of the deep, for the mermaid's hunger had reached its peak. With a predatory gleam in her eyes, she lunged at me, her teeth bared in a feral snarl. I tried to scream, but the sound was lost in the water, swallowed by the ocean's endless expanse. As she closed in on me, I felt a sense of resignation wash over me, a realization that I had fallen victim to the siren's call, that I had strayed too far from the safety of the shore. And as her teeth sank into my flesh, I knew that I would never escape the embrace of the ocean's dark embrace,